Will he be able to cope with the pace or the intensity of the English Premier League? Is the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo what Man United really need at this point in time?
I really think trophies will start coming back.
At the beginning of the video, we asked, do you think signing Cristiano Ronaldo is a good or a bad thing? Yes or no? After 12 long years away from Old Trafford, Cristiano Ronaldo finally re-signs for Manchester United. And for United fans, that is an absolute dream. He is one of the best players in world football, arguably one of the greatest players to ever play the beautiful game. Manchester United re-signing him, is it a good thing or a bad thing? In this video, we'll try and cover that topic. We'll look at the good, the bad, and we'll try and come to a conclusion. Let's get into the video. So that we know who exactly we're going to deal with, or we're going to talk about today, we thought it's best we start with a sort of summary of his stats. We all know Cristiano Ronaldo is a well-known player, but probably I can start off. He is a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, a 5-time Champions League winner. He has won the English Premier League 3 times. He's won the FA Cup once, and the other one is the League Cup, the Carling Cup.
The League Cup,
He's won it twice?
Twice. He's won 2 Spanish leagues.
Okay.
He's won 2 Copa del Rey.
Okay.
And 2 Spanish Super Cups.
Okay.
At Juventus, he's won the Scudetto, the Italian league, twice. He's won the Coppa Italia, 1 Coppa Italia, and 2 Italian Super Cups.
At international level, he's won the Euros, or the European Championships, and once, that is, and he's also won the UEFA Nations League competition.
At his first attempt.
So this is someone who has excelled in so many ways from a footballing perspective. And probably the only person who can be compared to him in terms of achievements is the other player who is considered the GOAT in quote is Lionel Messi.
Maybe you can try and compare the two. They have been dominant anyway for the past 10
or so years. So as you can see, the signing of or re-signing of Cristiano Ronaldo is a big thing in the world of football. And that's why we've decided to do this video. So we hope you'll enjoy. So to make this discussion or debate a bit more sensible, we're going to base our discussion on roughly eight different aspects. You'll see them on the screen somewhere in post-editing, obviously. And probably we'll start off with the first one, which is age. Cristiano Ronaldo is now 36 years old. The last time he was in the Premier League, he was obviously 24. So that's a massive age difference. And now that begs the question, will he be able to cope with the pace or the intensity of the English Premier League? I don't know. Will he?
He will. Of course he will. I think in this time that when he left United, that period, I think he has learned a lot. Because other than being a top player, I think, as you mentioned, one of the GOATs in this era, he's a student of the game. He's been a student of the game. So with the experience, he's also learned how to maintain himself. Because he's shown how to sustain his game minutes from his experience.
He's able to play a whole 90-minute game. Especially the last couple of years. So I think you're right.
And he's also his training. I think it's in the public domain. His work ethic in terms of maintaining his body It's impressive. That's why he's lasted all these years. Yeah.
So physically, he is in perfect condition
yes.
for someone who is 36 years old.
Yes.
I think it's fair to say. So probably that will help him when he comes back into the Premier League.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Will he be able to fully participate in Man United games and be part of that attacking, unit that Man United have at their disposal?
Yeah, I think from where I see it, how I see it rather, his time at the Italian league, people forget that it's a tough league. Okay. It's majorly defensive league.
Yes.
So his time there, from the hard the contract there, it's also brutal.
Yeah.
Take nothing away from that.
Yeah.
So I think his time there will have taught him how to deal, how to cope with the English style of football.
The pressure and the intensity.
Yeah. Okay. Although of course I think the Premier League is a bit more intense.
Yeah.
But Ronaldo, that's the thing that really irritates me about this question of his age. Because every time he's questioned, can he be able to perform? Can he be able to deliver? He's shown that he can.
He's able to
sustain himself. Yes. So I don't think this will be any different. And I'm really looking forward to his reintroduction to the Premier League.
He's happy about it. I don't think there's any doubt so far.
Yeah.
So you think he'll be able to survive, and not only survive but thrive in the EPL?
Yeah, I think so. Because again, going back to the Italian league, some of the best defenders in the world are there.
Yeah.
Of course, leaving out Chiellini and Bonucci, who are always teammates. You have other good defenders.
Yes.
At AC Milan, at Inter Milan,
at
Roma. So if he can survive there and actually dominate there, I think he can.
He should be able to come, adapt, and sort of reinvent himself in a way, and eventually thrive.
Yeah, and of course, maybe he left when he was younger, and of course, the Premier League then and the Premier League now, it's different.
Yeah,
but I think Ronaldo knows the game. As I said, he's a student of the game.
Yeah,
so he'll be okay.
Okay. So from there, we then have to ask the next question. You've said that age is not an issue.
Yeah.
You think that he will be able to come, adapt, survive, and thrive. So where do you play him? Which position do you put him? If you look at their attacking team, like you've said, if you have Bruno, you have Pogba, you have Martial, you have Rashford, you have Sancho, who's just coming. Then you have Greenwood, you have the likes of Mata, Van der Beek. Those are about eight players so far. Then to that you add Ronaldo. So how do you please everyone?
I think for me, how I see this, Ronaldo brings a lot more than just the presence.
Okay.
He brings experience. Of course, you can argue the same with Cavani, because Cavani is also a good striker in his own merit, and he's shown that in the previous season.
Okay.
So I think it's on Ole to make the others understand that this guy brings goals, guarantees goals, 20 goals plus in a league.
20-25, let's
20,
say.
Yes. So it's for these players to understand. These are the players, I presume, to understand that this is the main guy going forward. This is the main guy. This is the main attacking guy. We need him.
Okay.
So I think that's why he starts.
as the number 9.
As the number 9.
So do you think Ole might decide to play around with the tactics, maybe change formations, or maybe play him in a number 7 or a number 11, or even as a number 10, or maybe even play with 2 strikers? No.
Okay, for maybe to counter you as a number 10, or a number, okay, now as a number 10, first of all, Ronaldo he was maybe a playmaker
back
in his early years.
Yeah, way back then.
But he morphed into a wing player.
Yeah, a winger, yeah.
A winger, both at United and at Real Madrid early on.
Okay.
So the number 10, you can just discard that.
Number 10 goes out the
goes
door.
to Bruno, yeah. Bruno, Mata, Van de Beek.
Number 7, number 11.
Number 7, number 11. Ronaldo doesn't have the pace that he had, the sustained pace that he had when he was younger.
Yeah.
He still has burst of pace. He can turn it on.
He can sprint. Short distances.
Yeah, but in all fairness, Martial, Greenwood, Rashford, those and Sancho, yes, those they can sustain speed at the entire 90. If you need them to run, they'll run.
They'll do the sort of donkey work.
The
hard work.
Yes. From his time at Juve, Ronaldo has shown that he can. He's a much more intelligent player.
Okay.
Knowing that he cannot run as he used to.
As much as he did. Yeah.
So, and he's scored goals from the striker position. Normally he starts last season Pirlo used to start him at the wing.
Okay.
But of course he'd progress.
Eventually
he'd be the striker.
Yeah.
So I think that suits him. Even at Portugal. In Portugal, right? When he plays for Portugal.
With the international team.
Yeah.
He plays as the number 9.
Yeah. So I think that should continue this when he comes to United, because he's lost his pace. He's sustained pace.
Okay.
Yeah. But he can fit Ole's system, because Ole most of the time is a counter-attacking coach.
Okay. Yes.
So I think that goes. It's advantageous for Ronaldo.
I think your argument is actually very fair. You have someone who, as you've said, scores 20-25 goals every other season.
Yeah.
So why play him on the wing?
Why?
So I guess number 9 position is the most ideal. Maybe the only question we'll have to ask is, what happens to Cavani?
Yeah.
What happens to Martial, who was brought in to be a striker? Okay. And that leads me to the next talking point, which I think is very contentious.
Yeah.
Is Ronaldo signing for Manchester United? Okay. Is that going to make or to hinder, let's use the word hinder, the potential growth of these young players?
Yeah.
I think we have a core of very, very young attacking players.
Yes.
Okay. We have Rashford. We have now Sancho, who's brought in, Greenwood, the likes of Ahmad. Let's not forget him.
Although he's out on loan, but
obviously he's out on loan. Then you have the likes of Martial.
Yeah.
So with him coming in, does it hinder the growth, the potential development of the current Man United players?
To answer that, let me phrase it this way. When you have a superstar like Ronaldo in your team, you know that this guy is a go-getter.
Okay.
You know this guy delivers when he's needed.
Okay.
As a young player, looking at that, I think it wouldn't hinder your development because you get to learn from that guy.
That is true.
You get to learn from just how he conducts himself.
Yes.
On the pitch, of course, primarily.
On the pitch.
Yeah.
Technically, like in terms of the finishing, the
movement,
general goal scoring, the movement, where to be at the right time, at the right place.
Yeah.
So they can learn from
and don't forget that of course Ronaldo was a winner. So for the likes of Martial, Rashford, Greenwood and Sancho, he can teach them, some of this,
the small tips and tricks that he's acquired over the past 12 years or so while he was away from United.
And of course, I'm sure it's on record that Greenwood and Rashford and Sancho also
are excited.
They idolize this guy.
Yeah, they even posted on their social media.
Yeah, we're going mental.
Yeah.
So I don't think Ronaldo will hinder their growth. Maybe the minutes will be limited.
Okay.
Because I think they'll just have to. I think that's the beauty of it also, because they understand.
Yes.
They should understand that in order to grow as a team, some of these players will just have limited minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually a fair argument.
How do you see it?
As the perspective of the fan, you know?
Yeah.
But also we have to look at the perspective of the player.
We'll
use the example of Daniel James.
Yeah.
He's moved to Leeds, deadline day transfer.
Yeah.
I don't know what the figure was, but I think he saw the situation.
Yeah.
He saw the level of competition for places.
Yeah.
And he just decided, you know what? I don't think I'm going to get game time.
Yeah.
Let me go look for game time elsewhere. And I think, I'm not saying the signing of Ronaldo made him leave. Obviously, Sancho being brought in also played a big role. It was a big factor in his decision. But since we're talking about Ronaldo, do you? I don't know. I think it will bring a bit of hindrance. Okay.
Also.
It will bring a bit of deterrence purely because of game time.
Okay.
Because you would find that these guys, the youngsters, would be primarily restricted to the lesser games. Let's call them the lesser games.
Yeah.
The FA Cup ties, the EFL ties.
Yeah.
And like, no disrespect to the competition, obviously, but they're not gonna be picked week in, week out with a man like Ronaldo in the team.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, I think it will be a bit of a challenge. Not too much, because if Ole rotates well, he can almost keep everyone happy.
Yeah.
But I believe it will be overall a benefit.
Yeah.
It
should be a benefit.
It should be a benefit, because him being in that squad alone, there is so much, as you said, you can learn from him. He has so much knowledge, and he doesn't even need to train you per se. You just need to watch him, what he does on the pitch, the way he moves, where like his decision making. Just pick up a few things, and I think it will benefit the youngsters more than it will deter them.
Yeah.
The next question I may have is, now that Ronaldo is in the squad, okay, you've said age is not a problem.
It's not a problem.
And you've told us that, I think we both agree rather, that he plays the number 9 role.
Yeah.
And that he will be a positive for the youngsters. Him being there will be a positive influence on the youngsters. The question now is, who drops from the squad?
Interesting question.
And maybe to make it a bit easier for you, I want you to give your starting lineup, okay, from the midfield,
okay,
because it won't be necessary to talk about the defense, but from the midfield. So let's assume 5 players are in the defense, so the remaining 6, who do you pick in what position?
Okay. And
Ronaldo has to be there as number 9.
Number 9, okay. So you say 6 players?
Yeah.
So as only plays 2 CDMs.
Okay.
And this is if all players are fit.
Yes, with the assumption that all players are fit, available, ready to be picked for any game. It doesn't matter the opponent.
Okay, so
and you don't have to use Ole's setup. What would you do?
Okay. Well, how would I put it?
Yeah.
I think I'll still go for two midfielders.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd have Fred or McTominay, Fred slash McTominay, and Pogba
as the second
midfielder.
Okay.
So that you have Bruno as the creative.
The number 10.
The number 10.
Behind the striker.
Yeah, then of course the striker is Ronaldo.
On
the wing, right wing, you have Marcus, Rashford. On the left wing, you have Mason Greenwood.
Yeah. So the question becomes, why sign a player for 75 million to put him on the bench? I know I've trapped you in a way, but
I understand.
Yeah.
But a fit Rashford. No disrespect to Sancho.
Yes.
Sancho will learn how the intensity of the Premier League.
Yeah.
When he gets into the system,
he'll adapt
gradually. Because I don't think it would be fair to just
throw him in from the start, and
like how we did to Martial when he arrived from Monaco.
Oh yeah.
Because I think he just trusted it. He dealt with it initially well, but you've seen how
he's kind of lagged off.
Yeah, so I think it would be a positive also for Sancho to maybe
be eased into
the system,
so that big price tag doesn't weigh down on him.
Yeah,
I think
even the price tag alone, just leave it alone because you have Ronaldo.
Yeah,
I don't think the focus will be on Sancho and his price tag.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it takes
the pressure. Yes.
It takes the attention away from the other players.
Yeah.
Then it can help them perform better. So yeah, I think so.
For you, how do you deal with that Ronaldo issue?
I generally don't like playing with two DMs. So I'll still stick with the sort of 4-2 and then 3-1 at the top, but I would play someone like Matic. Okay, you play Matic as the pivot, and he's the guy who will cover the center backs. My second player, slightly ahead of him, is Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
So you have one who's more defensive and one who is slightly more attacking.
Yeah, free roll.
Yep. CR7 definitely my number 9, and behind him, behind him Bruno.
Yeah.
On the left, I would rather have Greenwood on the left, and then on the right, I'd rather have Sancho.
Rashford is out.
I would put Rashford on the bench.
Why?
I wouldn't start him.
Why?
For real, I wouldn't start him because with Ronaldo on the squad, with him starting, you have to remember the aspect of the defensive ability. Okay? Someone like Rashford is known not to really fall back, to track back.
Yeah.
So when you have a number 9 who purely is not meant to fall back, okay, you need players who will track back. Otherwise, you will get punished because the opposing players will form 2-on-1s against your left back and your right back. So if I have CR7 playing, I wouldn't play Rashford. But if it was Cavani playing as the number 9, he usually tracks.
Yeah, he tracks.
Okay, so the moment you have both of them getting caught up front, you'd rather have someone like Greenwood and probably Sancho who will do the tracking back and sort of do or rather play how do I put it? Or rather take that workload, that defensive workload off of the number 9 and let him focus on being the number 9. So structurally, I think that's a setup I would go for. Matic, Pogba, and then you have Greenwood, Bruno, Sancho, and then Ronaldo.
Just to throw some span in the works there. Sancho also doesn't majorly track back. His issue with the former Borussia Dortmund coach, Favre, Lucien Favre, is that his tracking back is maybe optional when he's in the mood track back.
Okay.
Because sometimes against Bayern, because there's in a game actually, he was substituted early in the first half because of his tracking back.
He wasn't
falling. So, but he has improved. I'll acknowledge that he has improved.
Yeah.
And but for personally, I still feel Rashford starts ahead of him.
Maybe not. I think they'll be rotating those two players. Once he comes back, one game Sancho starts, one game Rashford starts. But
that's a good headache Ole has.
I wouldn't want to do that because who do you keep? Who do you
bench?
It's crazy. It's crazy. The next part, or the next sort of talking point or debate item is the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo from Juventus to Manchester United. Is that what Man United really need at this point in time?
Maybe you start this off.
For those who may have interacted with me previously and know me, I generally do not like Fred. I don't think he's good enough to be a Man United starter. Okay, he should not be starting for us. And I think with the signing of Cavani or the extension of the contract, I think it's 1 year.
1 year.
Another extra year, meaning we do have that number 9 player sorted for now. I think the critical position was the DM position, the central defensive midfielder position. That is what was needed. Let's be honest here. We didn't need another number 9.
We need Ronaldo. Anyway,
I mean, yes, it's because it's Ronaldo. Okay? And I genuinely do get that. But I believe if we should have at least put a bit more effort in signing a CDM. Because in that United team, I don't think Fred is a natural central defensive midfielder. I don't think McTominay is a natural central defensive midfielder either.
It has been argued.
Okay? He can play, like both players can play there. Okay? And they are better together. But the only recognized CDM we have is Matic. And going into a season with just one recognized CDM is a bit of a risk.
He's also an older version of
and he's also aging. So I don't know. We should have tried looking for a CDM first. Okay, and then I know you can't let the opportunity of Ronaldo coming in go. But I don't know. What do you think?
I personally think this was the right time to sign Ronaldo.
Okay.
Because with how Ole has been able to get United in check, let me so to say. Because under Mourinho and under what was the one previously?
Van
Gaal, and the club was a mess. So Ole has brought that feel good vibe.
That sort of stability.
Stability. And I think to go forward, he needed a big player.
Okay.
That's how I see it. A big player to raise the team.
Okay.
Because in all fairness, Ole has improved the team position wise also, because he finished third. The year before then, last year he finished second. So moving forward, you need the momentum. You need someone to lift the team. So I think Ronaldo is the best fit for that. It may have come by chance, but the chance was there, so you need to take it.
But let me ask. I feel like the signing of Ronaldo was just so he doesn't go to City.
I don't think he would have gone to City anyway.
Really?
I don't think so. I really don't think he would have gone.
Okay.
I wasn't confident, but looking back at the events,
it would feel like a betrayal, to be honest.
Yeah, it would. Okay. How? But also, how to counter that narrative of Fred and needing a CDM. As you put it, Fred and McTominay, they work well together. So yes, Scott is injured right now.
Okay.
But having Matic with Fred may have not have worked well against Southampton.
Yes, the previous
The
game.
previous game when we drew 1-1.
Yeah.
But it's Ronaldo, man. It is Ronaldo.
Wow.
It's Ronaldo, so that's I'll just base it on that. It's Ronaldo.
Just
he wanted United.
And United.
We need him, yes.
We needed him. Okay, but I don't know. I have this feeling like at the bottom of my stomach that for progression of the team, and you've said this, for Ole to progress, to continue this project, Ole at the wheel and all, a CDM would have been better. Long term, looking at it long time, not just 2 years for the Ronaldo contract, but 5-6 years if he's to stay.
Yeah.
But I guess let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
it might be a gamble, a good one.
Yeah.
But only time will tell. The next major point I think we have to look at in this transfer of United to, or rather Ronaldo to United, is the sort of leadership and mentorship aspect.
Yeah.
I know we've touched on the mentorship a bit on the pitch, but I'll probably start off the leadership part. I think he's a great signing in terms of being a vocal part of the squad.
Yeah.
He has that winning mentality, and his attitude is work hard and you will get the success you want and you deserve.
Yeah.
So I think he will bring that into
United,
into the squad, into the dressing room, especially a young dressing room. I don't know what you feel about that.
I also feel the same because Ronaldo is even. We have Maguire as the leader.
As a captain, yes.
But Ronaldo brings that, as you put it, experience.
Yes.
And of course, as we said earlier on, he's one of the best players
in the world.
Of this generation. So having him there for the team, it's a boost.
It's a major
boost because from last year's upset.
Oh yeah, in the
Europa
League final.
Yeah, we didn't have
that key player who
lift the team.
Who who will tell them like, okay, guys, this is a winnable game.
Hang in there.
Let's bunch together. Let's come together. Let's try win this.
Yeah.
I'll even take you back to the year Portugal won the Euros.
The Euros, yeah.
Who Ronaldo had so much influence. He was injured, but he was still talking to the players.
Yes.
So that kind of motivation, that kind of vocal aspect, the sort of leadership that he will bring cannot be priced.
And also for those players, at least maybe they don't have those hard-headed players.
Yeah.
Or at least it hasn't been brought to the public.
The squad, yes.
So his presence there will just
to be a benefit.
For the team.
And then also I said mentorship. So the mentorship side would be mostly both on
the pitch
and off the pitch actually. Yeah. So on the pitch, as we said earlier, it comes to the seeing him play week in, week out, picking up small tips and tricks here and there, right? Then there's the aspect of off the field, seeing how he carries himself in the media, okay? During training when there are no cameras.
Yeah.
Because apparently he does his own extra physical workouts. Okay? That's why he's in such top shape.
Yeah.
If he can even bring even 50% of that and sort of show the players and they pick it up, he can actually guide them. Guide them and influence them to be better players, and especially the younger ones.
Yeah.
So I think in terms of leadership and in terms of mentorship, that would be a plus, a very big positive.
Yeah. Also, don't forget, he loves United.
Passion.
He has passion. So
yes.
I don't think he'll sit around and see players joking around.
And not
and there's a big game coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the leadership and the mentorship, Ronaldo is there.
And yeah, I think the last thing, the marketing aspect, of course.
The most marketable player in football.
In the world. Like he will bring so much to the squad in terms of just the general revenue to Manchester United. When you can have Ronaldo in adverts, I mean, who wouldn't want to join
be associated with you?
Yeah, so in terms of sponsorship, that's a big plus.
Yeah.
Because companies will want to be associated with someone who is
Ronaldo,
basically.
yeah.
In terms of revenue from jersey sales, I think probably his jersey sales justifies his his wages.
Yeah.
Right? His jersey sales alone is probably enough to justify his wages because everyone is going to try and buy a Ronaldo jersey. Especially if he gets the number 7.
He will. He's
getting number 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So the jersey sales, of course, and there's just the general marketing for the Premier League.
Yeah. The teams will benefit with Ronaldo in the league.
Not only Manchester United.
Yeah, other teams.
Yeah. So for example, the moment you hear there's an away game at
Amex Stadium.
It's a random team like Brighton, right? That will be full capacity, especially if they know he's not injured, he's available. Everyone will want to see him.
Yeah.
So he is a global icon. He's a giant in football. And I think Manchester United will financially benefit.
Yeah. In addition to I think I really think trophies will start coming back.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, that's a big question mark, but I think he will win.
So yeah, I think probably we can have a sort of conclusion.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of the video, we asked, do you think signing Cristiano Ronaldo is a good or a bad thing? Yes or no?
Yes, a big yes. It's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
No doubts at all.
No doubt at all. And also from a fan's perspective, I love the guy, so good having him back.
He's a big fan, obviously. Yeah. I also think it will be a positive sign. I think it will be, you would have to be a Man United hater for you to say otherwise. Yeah. I'm excited. I can't wait to see him. And I can't wait to play certain teams. I want to see which ones with him in the squad and him scoring a hat-trick. And especially the thing I'm looking for is the first in Old Trafford. Just imagine.
Hopefully it will be against Newcastle. We'll see.
If he scores, I think it will justify.
Yeah.
Obviously, one goal won't justify, but it will be hitting the ground, running.
Yeah.
So, that's it from us today. I think this has been a good interaction session. We really are looking forward to seeing him in a United jersey.
Can't wait.
After a really long time. And we hope you enjoyed the video. If you've made it this far, please kindly like the video, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. Your feedback and your support really helps and motivates us to keep making such content. I've been your host, Ian.
I'm Alan.
And stay safe. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.